Hello everybody, my name's Mark Kemp and I'm the Yorkshire Fossil Hunter, and today we have got Laura joining us for a little bit of fossil preparation. So Laura, you found this specimen quite recently, I've been told.
Yeah, down in the Callaways.
Down in the Callaways, and you give it a little tap with a hammer, is that correct?
Yeah, and then if you do this.
Beautiful. So you've got a really, really good split, which is a really good start for fossil preparation because it's less work for us to do basically. But today we're going to tidy it up. We've got one of the Zoic Paleotech pens with us. So these pens are basically air scribes. They run off air. There's pneumatic tips. You get different sizes, different points, stuff like that. Basically, the pen is going in and out really, really fast, and those vibrations, when you touch them against the rock, they release the rock. So the trick is to not damage the ammonite. Okay, it's like a little jackhammer. What you want to be doing is carefully working around and removing this excess matrix. And like I said, you've got a really good split there, so there's no need to go near the centre anywhere. So do you want me to do the first little bit just to show you?
And I guess the question would be how close do you get? So do you do it from over here so that it chips away?
Less is more, I think, with fossil preparation. I mean, some people go really, really far and they'll completely smooth the matrix. Okay. But with a nice piece like this, you've got a load of shells, you've got a little juvenile. So I'll probably undercut the ammonite. I wouldn't even go on top because you're halfway past the keel.
Yeah.
I'll do a bit of undercutting here, and then you can just follow that all the way around. Up until the mouth border, and then we might be able to tidy that up a little bit at the end. Okay. So it's a little bit noisy.
Does it vibrate your hand loads?
There's not a lot of vibrations in these smaller pens. Some pens do emit a lot of vibration. Yeah, but there's no risk today. It'll be absolutely fine. I'll do it on an awkward angle here. Good view of this? So if you notice,
so just lots of little balls of this.
So if you notice there, Laura, I was mainly doing a little bit of a sideways action while I was penning, and that helps keep the matrix nice and smooth.
Okay.
So the last thing we want to see is a load of pen marks because it doesn't look very, very pretty. So if you just do a little sideways action, you've got a nice little chisel tip on there, so you can keep it nice and smooth. And then when you just get near the ammonite, it should separate. Don't always work like that, but you can see what I've done.
Yeah.
I just want you to follow that all the way around. These high spots, you can probably come in and remove them quite confidently. You know, you want a bit of an undercut on the ammonite. Okay. Sounds good?
Yeah. All right.
So turn the dial first, make sure you're nice and comfortable. And then I might, hold your hand while you do it for a little bit. So slow right down. And a little bit of a steep angle, so you see now it's fighting a bit. And move over to the left a bit. Keep working that.
Like a different technique, you've got
the technique pretty good, but much slower. Can you see how this round here is much smoother? I mean, that is very much experience, but I'll do another little bit here just for you to show you. I've got a bit of a steeper angle as well.
Yeah. So that's the popping off you were talking about.
A little bit of a steeper angle.
Yeah.
Much slower. It's almost like you're erasing the matrix.
Yeah, and the other thing I've got is because we're doing it for the camera, I'm doing it
towards
me.
Yeah,
so it's not that easy to see. So if you think I'm about to stab it, shout. Stop me.
No, it's fine. Yeah. You won't stab it. Come back to the start of that bit of matrix up here. keep it nice and level all the way around. That's it. And then move over a bit. And repeat process. I mean, to be fair, you're probably about there now. We might have some varnish. Yeah.
So when you're doing it, do you have to take regular breaks because you have to really feel that vibration
Yeah,
going through my hands?
I think if you're not used to working with
Yeah.
power tools and stuff like that, absolutely.
So would you leave that now, or would you come up and take
No,
some of
no,
this
I
off?
think
need
it
it.
really does. It's personal preference. You can go as far as you want, but for me now, you've got 95% of the ammonite out. You could maybe undercut it a little bit more,
Yeah.
but it looks nice. It's sort of still submerged in the rock a little bit, so
Yeah.
that, it's really is about how you feel about it and how aesthetically pleasing you want it to be. Me personally, I think that's brilliant.
Okay.
Maybe a coat of a liquid wax if we've got any.
Yeah.
And that'll just make the colours pop and stand out from the matrix.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if we've got any. Alison, do we have any? Pardon? No.
No.
We've got a bit of Palaeo on it just for. Yeah.
And then can you pop out some belly buttons or talk about how long they would take on the other two?
Well, I could maybe tidy this up quite quickly for you. That's still going to take me a good 20 minutes with a final.
But yeah,
There's fluffy white stuff on it, and I wouldn't parallel that.
This one's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's alright.
I mean, there's a lot more you could do to it if we had air
Yeah.
abrasion and everything else here. I'm just going to put that there. All right. So this is parallel. This just gives the ammonite a little bit of consolidation, and it also helps enhance with the colour. So you should notice straight away
Oh yeah.
the colours are popping. Now the trick is to not get any of this on the matrix, because that's what really gives it its contrast. And of course this is the biggest brush in the world. So normally I'm using really small brushes, much smaller than this. But I think you'll agree that
Yeah.
looks a bit better, doesn't it?
It does.
I won't go too mad for you. Less is more. Happy with that?
That's lovely. Thank
Put
you
the
very
lid
much.
on that before we knock
Yeah,
it
before we
over.
knock it over. Okay, so I'll put that over there. So then, could you just tell us a little bit about how long ones like this would take to
Yeah,
prepare?
yeah,
So obviously we've just done a few minutes.
A
on
quick
that.
little tidy up, yeah. I mean, you can go in quite heavy with some of the pens, but you're going to damage the ammonite. You're going to rip some of the shell off. Really, it's about preserving. What's there? What's been trapped, locked in rock for all that time. There's a little bit of matrix on this side, much more matrix on this side. So I'd be tempted to leave that as a bit of an additional support and prep on this side. With a really fine tip, maybe 30-45 minutes to clean that up, to give it the justice it deserves, because as you can see, it's a beautiful ammonite. The keel's preserved really well. Some of the nodes are absolutely perfect on it. So yeah, 30-45 minutes.
Okay.
This one, there's a little bit more matrix on top, so you could really go quite heavily, with a chisel tip to get rid of the matrix. But when you get down to the ammonite, you slow down.
So would you take it off in small layers, or would you try and chip off a
I
large
like
part
to
of that?
treat it as basically as a field, and I want to keep that field nice and flat. So there's no point having a big lump over here and getting right down over here. So I'd work at the highest point, and I'd go all the way down until I'm just above the shell of the ammonite. Then I'd slow right down and get a much finer tip on it, and that's when 95% of fossil prep is removing matrix. It's not as glorious as it looks, but the fun bit is when you get down to the ammonite and prep it. But yeah, maybe an hour or so to give it the justice it deserves.
Okay, so a long, slow task, but a rewarding one.
Yeah, I mean that's really quick. Some of the
Yeah.
jobs we do, hundreds if not thousands of hours. This is little ammonites, a big ichthyosaur skull is a big
more.
ichthyosaur skull, yeah.
Have you ever done it in the field before, or is this the first time?
This is the first time I've done it in this sort of setup, yeah. So I've got a workshop at home, people send me stuff and I clean it at home. First time I've done it in a lovely gazebo.
A tent,
in
on a
tent,
field.
Yeah. You
Fitting
probably
in that.
recognise this piece. This is a piece we split on camera, but we've got a really good split on this. So just a little tidy up around the bottom there, maybe a little bit of a tidy up around here. Because if you notice the one you did, the matrix goes quite light
Yeah.
when you're tidying them up, which gives it the contrast. So,
Okay.
are you happy for me to just...
Yeah, go
crack
for
on?
it.
Well, that's probably enough just to, to display this piece. So as you can see, we've just revealed the bottom half of the ammonite here, a little bit around there. I won't put any parallel on this one because, as Alison said, the white shell really dulls off a bit, but also it's got the iridescence. So if you put parallel on any liquid on iridescence, you just eliminate that straight away. So this one, just leave it the way it is. It's already standing up like perfectly. That just wants to sit on a shelf like that, doesn't it?
It's beautiful.